Yes. Aaliyah, how about you be quiet because I'm talking. Grown folks are talking.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as...
Nah, because, like, I don't know why that song popped in my head, and I just look, you just making a face and shit like stuff. You got a problem? What was it disturbing? You got me. I'm confused now. No, it's just the face. Because, like, you just made a fucking... the fuck face? Like, hold up. Fuck wrong with you? Fix your face so you get fucked up. Talking to you, old lady laser. Yeah, I don't need everybody to know my name. You know, I got ones. I got one right. Whoa. Yeah, say whoa. Yo, you're wild. You know people listen to these calls? Like, what are you doing?
Hello, Elliot.
At the 25.
Yeah, bye.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Velus Jones, his second touchdown of the season. And the Packers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it, and the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
You said you got a 3-body suit? Oh, 3-body suit.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse it.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. Looked like you might have overcompensated there for being on the right hash because you got to make sure you get the angle right. But that time he started it too far left and winds up hooking it way too far.
He was.
Now Hall to start the drive. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Wilson.
Escaping the pressure right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
I was about to see that shit good, man.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Being chased out left. He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on third and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson steps away to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Wilson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
I don't know how the fuck you sing that song without the actual music.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
It's called NTU. How the fuck do you sing that song?
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes.
Hey, bro, Packers, bro, I know you can hear me, bro. Bro, at this point, bro, I don't even care about this game, bro.
Extra point try now for Crosby. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
It may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Check it back, check it right. 150, hey, you block over here.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. But no one defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And my goodness, another interception.
Yo, my nigga, you do know you got me. Everyone in the stream, bro. I'm sorry, whoever voted for me, bro. It's just, today's just his day. He's just getting picked.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him, but you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on, but it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Nobody gives a fuck about the weekend.
Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. Extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
but he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I had.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Catch made by Watson on the outright.
It's that goal, my boy. Why did I say shut up?
Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
And now the rookie's free. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind.
There he goes left side.
line. 20. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Crosby with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
I think you gave me.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They go play action with Wilson, rolling to his right.
Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Something happened as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson, flush to his right. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Play action. It's Wilson. Going up top. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Zerline good with a PAT. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here into the hands of Jones.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson.
As time expires in the first half.
And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. It seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
He finds Corey Davis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Wilson steps away. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore from 19 yards away. And the Jets are able to claw one back. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time again.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Velus Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers just continue to roll. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but he's got a man complete. Touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are able to at least get 1 score back. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that
that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production,
if they could actually get production from their lead horse.
Yeah, it's a bad.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 29, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And they'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Packers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And now here's another interception. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Escaping the pressure right. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Bubba Bolden in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To try again after the sack, Rodgers. And this one's incomplete.
Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to us. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You think they'd make an adjustment? and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. He's got a man complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 76 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Crosby with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touch. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Jets. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 70 yards. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Zerline good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Throwing is Rodgers. Complete to Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On first down, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one's pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the...
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Pass complete across the formation to Melton.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Bo Melton, 37 yards. And the Packers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a big play there for the Jets on third down. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked.
That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Jets on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Being chased out left. As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Watch the run. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. I don't think you got it, son. Mike, 300.
Rodgers looking to throw. Jones has it. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Moore, the man in motion. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packer
Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Rodgers throwing here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Packers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks.